Good evening. Good evening. My mic is super... Hold on, I gotta tab out, take a look. My mic is super sensitive out of nowhere. What happened? Okay. A thing got turned on that wasn't supposed to. So that explains that a little bit. In fact, just delete that. Remove it. I can always add it again if I need. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. I had to tab out, therefore the game sound stopped. I really why can't every game have sound in the background? Why can I not have that option for everything in existence? Whatever. I wasn't intending to take like a week and a half off from this game and streaming, but I discovered a TV show and binge watched all 5 seasons of it and the movie. Maybe it was 6. I easily watched like 50 to 60 hours of this show in like a week and a half. It was a good time. It was Downton Abbey, if you're curious. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. And I've watched it all. I'm a little sad I got home and I was like, what do I do now? There's no more show to watch. I'm like, well, I got video games, I guess. So, yeah. Did we do the briefing? I don't remember if I did the briefing already. I think I did, and I don't know what we're doing.
Aramis Stilton's home looks more like a bunker than a mansion.
Right, we need to talk to him for reasons. Your dear editor is stepping aside this week to give you both sides of an argument raging across the city. Guest editor, we don't need the Abbey. Take heed, friends. The Abbey seeks to control our city and our lives. The overseers are building chapels and outposts, taking advantage of the despair and the crumbling corners of Serkonos like our own infamous Dust District. You may have seen the sly propaganda from my learned rival, Sebastian Armitage, but consider with care. The Abbey will invade your homes looking for evidence of witchcraft or wrongdoing, and to them, all manner of possessions are suspicious. They imprison and torture the innocent with the intent of extracting confessions. They frown on dancing, drinking, and gatherings. Are you prepared to abandon the Gleaner's feast? Are you ready to submit completely as they demand? The Dust District can only be saved by the very people who have lived here all their lives, like me. Like you, like Paolo. And his howlers, trying to make things better for us small people, patrolling our streets, collecting and distributing resources to the ones in need. If more of us had Paolo's courage, maybe the Dust District could be called Batista again. Mavis and 2. And 2. Oh yeah, this is what they were like, okay, you gotta choose who to support, overseers or howlers. And howlers. Your dear editor is stepping aside this week. Guest editor, the Howler Blight. The letter published last week by the Gazette was an outrage. How could Madame Anto suggest that the Dust District and even Karnaca itself would be better off if we legitimized Paolo and his howlers in any way? Instead, decent folks should hope to wake one morning and read that Paolo is finally dead or in jail. And why should we be wary of the Abbey? Only a witch need worry about the wrath of the overseers. The howlers are nothing but a bunch of cutthroats who never worked a day in their life. Everything they have, they stole. If you want their so-called protection, it comes at a price. On the contrary, the overseers have dedicated their lives to spreading the good values of the 7 strictures. Believe me, the dust in Batista is not in our streets, but in our hearts. And only the Abbey will make us clean again.
With Ashworth eliminated, that should hamper Delilah's plans.
Yeah, hamper those plans. There's usually a side thing. Usually. is there a pistol here, not cards? They weren't playing Russian roulette, were they? Where are you? I would not want this in my house. I don't think I'd want any taxidermied animal in my house. The eyes would just be so fucking weird. Huh? Oh. I thought that was the sound of it opening. No, from Sokolov. Emily. It's true I don't tinker with mechanical devices much anymore, but I'm not so old as to be useless just yet. Behold, I fashioned a little contrivance for you using only parts scavenged from this wretched vessel. Yes, alright, a few bits were currently in use, but I assure you none were involved in keeping us afloat. Say nothing to Megan, as her disposition needs no further souring. In any case, may this device serve you well. Stun. This would have had impact if this was the first time I'd ever seen a stun mine. Hello again, neglected journal. I smile as I write this, for I know others will read it when I'm gone to the void, or perhaps as I languish in a prison cell somewhere. Fine then, read away and laugh if it is in your nature at my foolishness and my aching joints. Does it please you to know that even walking is a chore, but I am too proud to use a cane. I can hear my bones protest with every step. Most unpleasant grinding noise that follows me wherever I go. Is it amusing to know that my eyes can barely see this page, or that my hand trembles as I hold the pen? Then laugh. Yes, the once great Sokolov is now just a tired old bag of bones. My meals are brought to me. Soon someone will have to hold the spoon lest I starve. I find it nearly impossible to paint, and even more difficult to urinate, so laugh. But then pause in your glee and take a moment to realize this. The same fate awaits you, my friend, should you be smart enough and lucky enough to live as long as I have. I already checked the kitchen. What? Ooh. Am I not full? I feel like I should be. I am now. Why do I feel like there was like a third thing up here? Maybe I'm crazy. Probably crazy. Filthy rats. I had a Red Bull today for like the first time in years. It was disgusting, but I needed the energy. What did I just... Forgot that right click is what's on the left of my screen. What did I just fire? Oh. Well then. Actually. Yeah, there ain't nothing here. Possible the ship is just fine and there's nothing else to do. But I will check. Well, she left.
My mind is finally clearing. Now I can return to my work here, helping those who need it the most. And what can I say about what you've done for me? Saved me from madness and worse, from giving in to a life of sadistic brutality. How could I ever repay you for that? Given who you are and what you're in Karnaca to do, I can only say good luck. The city, the country, the empire, everyone is counting on you. I'll send something special for you, by way of courier. I hope it helps.
By way of courier. Maybe I'll get that next chapter. inside first. I go running around the decks. There's so many guns laying around.
So our young friend is headed into the Dust District. Nobody lives there unless they don't have a choice. And people like Emily don't even visit. According to Sokolov, she'll be trying to get into Aramis Stilton's house. Not easy. I've tried. Stilton was a friend. Even as a mine owner, he was a good man who came up from working people and never forgot it. I went looking for him the night he disappeared. But the house was swarming with the Grand Guard. I showed them what I was worth, but it cost me. I'll live to see that score settled.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, I don't think there's any extra things to do. So I guess we'll just leave. Hi.
Ready now?
Ready.
I'll get you as close as I can.
Overseer Byrne and his religious followers at war. Paolo, leader of the Hollow Gang. Either Byrne or Paolo will aid you for a favor. I assume I don't need either help.
Who was the man I'm after? Aramis Stilton?
An ally to the old Duke. Loyal and smart. Stilton helped build modern Karnaca with those silver mines. Started as a miner and worked his way up until he was a prince of industry. But now the new Duke drives the mine crews night and day. Dust falls non-stop onto the district. What was once prosperous is now in ruins.
I suppose the Duke doesn't care, as long as he sips from silver cups.
And what are the cups at Dunwall Tower made from, Empress? In any case, you'll have to pass through the Dust District to reach Stilton's home. Maybe he's still in there, or maybe he's dead.
I mean, the most likely outcome is that I knock out, I was gonna say kill, knock out everyone in my way,
Once you reach the Dust District,
regardless
she'll tell
of
you
their
more.
affiliation.
I'll wait here with this skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish.
They're all around me.
Point the way. Help you onto a path. Now, let us be lost here together for a moment.
I just want you to tell me about the place. God. Is that so wrong? Is that, oh yeah. Forgot I had the loot vision. Okay, so not this way. This just looks on the lower city where I can't go.
None of our squads patrol through the Dust District anymore.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder. Then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey soldiers. One young lieutenant got hit. So let's see. What was it?
Oh, that's a lot of them
Thought I saw
too.
someone right here. Let's check the place, just in case. Hey,
God damn it.
Where do you think you're going? I'll be right there.
I'll be wiping off your blood
This
later.
won't take long.
Come back here.
You're right. It won't take long.
Gunshot.
Ah! Joke's on you, I block bullets. Nothing.
No, the killer got another one.
You aren't going anywhere.
I hear another set of footsteps. Don't kill him.
All right, Chopper.
Well. As usual, I can instantly see and have to take out a whole bunch. Oh, god damn it. Wait. Wait, why are so many dead? Dead. Dead, dead. Are these... What? All the guys I like, what's it called? All the guys I domino died from a sleep dart? I feel like this is, whatever. I feel like it's a bug, because I feel like... That's happened before. And, like, nothing will happen to them. At least nothing that would cause death. Do I even need to sneak at this point? Mine collapse has numerous casualties. A representative from the Miners Family Committee reports that another silver mine has partially collapsed, leaving 8 miners injured and killing 12. The committee maintains that the Duke's unrealistic production goals were the true culprit, citing the overlong shifts that have been in practice since mine owner Aramis Stilton disappeared. The mines are now managed directly by the Grand Palace until such a time as Stilton returns, or until a new director can be found. However, the Grand Palace's official statement blamed the collapse of human error and threatened to arrest anyone found guilty of demoralizing the people of Karnaca. We at the Karnaca Gazette certainly support the effort to maintain Serkona's unity. Our thoughts go to the families of those injured or killed.
Dust from the mines.
This is... Well, it doesn't hurt. It's not exactly fun either. I mean, I have health regen when I have this... I have my dark vision on, so... What do I care? Is there just no one left in the area? Lol. Lol, 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 lol. Probably... I wonder if you can go over. There's really nothing to... This first area is pretty just straightforward. It's just... I don't want to rewire it. I want to depower it. Oh, it's from. Oh, it's powered by the fan, not a whale tank. Excellent. Get the feeling I'm gonna want this flammable booze. Well, I don't want to go this way. Let's just go up. Wait. Loot? Loot? Hold on, where's the... Oh, and it's inside, so I can't grab it. I don't want to throw booze at a person. Did I ever get that, like, shadow stocky thing? Powers. No. One more rune, though. I think I'll get it now. What was I planning on... I forgot what I was planning on getting. Was it crafting rune? It was crafting runes. That's what it was. Is anything ever happening in video games? Maybe. Oh, that's Megan.
Hello, Emily. Stilton's home is just beyond here. But getting inside will take some effort.
I was trying to figure out how to take her out, and I was like, oh, wait. Not an enemy.
I've been doing reconnaissance. Talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you had an idea.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them and bring him to the other.
What else do you know that might help me?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed. Good luck with that.
Does it really stop you from killing her? You know, I don't know. Maybe. Deliver one leader to the other or find another way. I'll probably just find another way, because I don't really care. I don't care about these factions. Your decision could play a part in the future of Karnaka, so choose wisely. Don't really want to... I don't support either. I don't want either one to have more power than the other. I'm not gonna deliver one leader to the other. Search the Crone's Hand Saloon, the Overseer outpost for clues. Alright. I'm going to find another way. That's the plan. How you doing, Sarayu? Sad news. Agatha, you can probably guess the reason for my letter. He died last night. He seemed a little better and took some broth. Little Allie even got him laughing a bit, but laughing turned to coughs. That lasted for about an hour. Then it stopped real sudden, like he didn't have the strength to cough no more. And then he started to spit up some black, and more came out of his nose. I tried to get him to cough it all out. I turned him on his side, slapped his back, and put boiled onions on his chest. But it weren't no use, and he died like that, eyes bulging out and that black stuff everywhere. I'm taking the children and moving back to Redmore. We ain't never should have come here in the first place. Playing an FF3 Pixel Remaster. I haven't been playing games lately. I've been binge watching some shows. Or a show. I'm done now, which is why I'm playing video games.
This is the Duke of Circon.
How do I get to that room?
Told that people are complaining about dust from the mines falling on the city. Yes, war is expensive. You may not be aware that our silver mines are operating past full capacity in order to fund our conflict against the Northern Isle. That's not dust. It's the blood of our enemies.
Right. Blood of your enemies. Crone's Hand. Sarkonis' finest, you're never alone. In the hand of the Crone. Meeting place of purveyors of strong food and drink. Come one and come all. Home of the 5-coin dice game. No age requirements. Alright. Out on Miramar Street, formerly Batista District. You in Boston legal? I was binge watching Downton Abbey. It was very comfy. You know, when there wasn't like existential threat. Which, you know, it kind of toned down in the last couple seasons. In terms of like dramatic threats. It became a little more comfy. It was nice. Now I can craft runes. I have lots of whalebone. 9! Whatever. Whatever. I can craft... It's fine. I can craft runes now. Next I want to get... What do I want to get? I don't care about premonition. I don't need a 4th target for this. I don't care about that. I'll probably just go for the Shadow Walk. What was that sound?
I'm sure my Stilton's house needs to be shut up tight like this. But what do you think? Can you crack it?
Give me a minute.
Durante knows how to get in here. Paolo had him feeding old Stilton or watching him. I was gonna pay him off for the secret, but Durante got beat down by the overseers and taken away.
I don't even understand what this is. I don't see any seams.
Jimmy's sister says it's a gimmick, like he weren't a real locksmith who made it.
No, this was built by Kieran Jindosh. Scary smart. He's the one who made the clockwork.
Oh.
Never mind. Maybe another time.
Well,
Let's go.
I like that I was able to stand there for that long, just right there, and they just like didn't. They didn't even notice. The Jindosh riddle. At the dinner party were Lady Winslow, Dr. Marcola, Countess Conti, Madame Nazio, Baroness Finch. The women sat in a row. They all wore different colors, and Countess Conti wore a jaunty white hat. Madame Nazio was at the far left, next to a guest wearing a green jacket. The lady in red sat left of someone in blue. I remember that red outfit because the woman spilled her whiskey all over it. The traveler from Karnaca was dressed entirely in purple. When one of the dinner guests bragged about her diamond, the woman next to her said they were finer in Karnaca where she lived. So Dr. Marcola showed off a prized ring, at which the lady from Dunwall scoffed, saying it was no match for her war medal. Someone else carried a valuable bird pendant, and when she saw the visitor from Freyport next to her almost spilled her neighbor's wine. Lady Winslow raised her rum and toast. The lady of Dabokova, full of beer, jumped up onto the table, falling onto the guests in the center seat, spilling the poor woman's absinthe. Then Baroness Finch captivated them all with a story about her wild youth in Baleton. In the morning, there were 4 heirlooms under the table: the diamond, snuff tin, the war medal, and the bird pendant. But who owned each? So bird, diamond, ring, metal, snuff box. Oh, okay. Could figure out their position and then which one who had what. Okay. All right, Nazio's on the very left. And we have lady in red sat left to someone in blue. Nazio is next to someone in green. Whoever's in green is second left. Remember the red outfit because the woman spilled her whiskey all over it. Oh, that's next to someone in blue. Traveler was dressed entirely in purple. Okay. I can't... Any word about who's wearing green? We know the lady in red has whiskey. God damn it. I'm so... Well, I know Marcola has a prized ring. The lady from Dunwall. God, there's so much incomplete information. Falling onto the guest in the center seat, spilling the poor woman's absinthe. Uh... I don't know. I don't... Lady in red sat left to someone in blue. Remember the red outfit? Whiskey. The traveler was in purple. Okay, so we have Nazio on the left, next to a green jacket. Red is left of blue. So we got green, red, purple, blue. But then the Countess has a white hat. Someone next to the diamond lives in Karnaka. God damn it. Marcella, I know Marcella. God damn it. Alright, well, we know Marcella has the ring. We know Nancy was on the left. That's it. The only thing I'm gleaning. Is my brain... Am I just dumb? Is my brain dumb? Are there gonna be, like, more clues? Who knows the combination? But there's also just, like, a thing in front of me. Sokolov implied was nearly impossible to solve. Mercedes and Howlers will attack on site. I could just go find Durante. It's probably be more entertaining than me staring at this. I do not want help at the moment. When I give up, I'll probably just go to Durante. He'll give me more info. Almost spilled her neighbor's wine. Winslow has rum. Lady from Debokva. Beer. Whoever's in the center has absinthe. Which means... Winslow is not in the center. And Winslow is not mentioned by name up here. I guess Baroness Finch is from Bailton. Which means... she could have the diamond. Someone else carried a valuable pendant when she saw the visitor from Freyport next door almost spilled her neighbor's wine. Thrilling. I just feel like I shouldn't. If I was not streaming, I would probably sit here for like a good hour just going over this. It's like I feel like I could figure it out. I just need time to like link the right details. But God, I'm just sitting here. Spent 2 hours on this. I can see why. Like the colors help me with like relative position, but there's no indication anywhere else who might be wearing what colors. There's no mention of it anywhere else other than the fact that the red person got whiskey spilled all over them. And we have mention of spilling her neighbor's wine. So we got whiskey, wine, rum, beer, absinthe. Okay. But how do I know who's from Freyport? And that's the neighbor. Because like whoever's in the center had absinthe and is therefore not the lady in red. Because they had whiskey. The Baroness Fitch captivated them all because they're not from Karnaca. They're from P10. The traveler from Karnaca is in purple. They do not have a diamond. I'm tempted to say Marcolo is on the very right, but I don't know why. I'm gonna put that for now. Marcola with the ring. Gonna be like, what if I brute force this? The odds are astronomically low. The only thing I can confirm is Nancio on the left because it straight up says Nancio's on the left and doesn't have the ring. Marcola has the ring. This straight up says Marcola has the ring. I don't know. Am I supposed to, like, know who is from where based on their name? Or their title? I almost feel like I do. The diamond is next to Karnaca. Karnaca is purple. The lady from Dunwall. I mean, lady wouldn't be like literal just Lady Winslow, would it? No, because it also says the lady in red and whatnot. Unless the lady in red is a lady from Dunwall and therefore is Lady Winslow. No, but they also say the lady from Dubokva, so... that doesn't go anywhere. If there's actually like enough information to figure this out in here, it would require like, this is like playing a Sudoku puzzle on like hardest difficulty, where like at the start you're like, there are so many, like you could just like, I feel like you have to like I didn't like okay, prize wise, there's nothing to latch onto on like which prizes are next to each other. Because it's always like, it's next to the neighbor of Freeport. And it's just like, okay. I'll be back for you. Maybe if I let them talk longer.
What are you covering your face for? Keep the dust out?
Came to see the infamous Jindosh lock, did you? Good luck with that. Impossible.
This door was sealed by order of the Duke. He had that Kieran Jindosh build the special lock.
He's been captured by the Overseers. Alright, let's just go. I probably could have rescued Durante already. I'm staring at that stupid riddle. I mean, I'm gonna want to go in both areas though, because runes and bone charms.
Stay on your side or you'll be spitting teeth. Far as I know, you might be an Overseer spy.
Okay, well. Crone's Hand Saloon. What's over there? Ooh. You don't care if I jump up here, do you? Nah, he don't care. fuck? Is there another? Oh, right there. I was like, is there another nest? Where'd the, I saw like an amber thing fall. Or I thought I did. Ah, there it is. Found you. Stupid bugs. Okay. I mean, I have incendiaries now. I may as well use it. Wounds. Locked, huh? That's okay.
Dog's age ago. Maybe before we were born.
Well, nothing in here. Oh. I mean, like, what? Unless I can jump up there, I don't know what... Oh! Did not notice this open window. Oh, one of those. I don't know if I can knock these out without a sleep dart. You gonna hit me?
See, my lovelies, they're all
Okay, fine.
people like I told you about.
Sweet dreams. As I burn your brethren. Are they all dead? I think they're all dead. Well, I'm out of fire. Filthy rats. Ooh, sleep darts, nice. Accounting book. I don't care about a doctor's notes. Well, I'm full. Yeah, I'm full on health things too. Too good at the game? Where's this? Ah. Alright, so they do care at the saloon. I forget why I want to go to the saloon. There was something about the saloon. Maybe that's just where Hallow is. Board charm. I don't see. Oh, that looks open to me. Yeah. I don't know why that prompt took so long to show up. Okay, the rune is down a floor. Oh, I thought that said dust distrust. I was like, distrust the dust. All secrets and lies. Stuff. Oh, come on. This looks totally stealable. Oh, there's a painting over there. Gimme. Abbey of the Everyman is the seat of religious power and inspiration for all overseers across the Empire. The Order arose over the years to protect the common people from the ravages of the outsider, until the need for a central bastion of authority was deemed necessary. This imposing structure is a destination for pilgrims seeking refuge or guidance. Many mistakenly attribute the Abbey's construction to High Overseer Benjamin Holger, when it was in actuality Holger's successor John Clavering who laid the foundation. Shortly after the abbey was completed, every overseer in the land gathered there and began to trek to Whitecliff. There a great siege commenced. A great siege commenced as the overseers purged the region. Battle raged against heretics, witches, and thralls of the outsider. Though Holger was killed in the struggle, Whitecliff was cleansed, and the ceremonial rites that followed lasted for a month, giving birth to many invocations and speeches, which were inscribed in tomes and carried back to the abbey, where they were all still revered. Still revered today. Else concerned. Mindy, be on your toes, my twin spirit friend. I'd got jumped and I'd be bleeding away in the void if I hadn't run off like a rat. They had their face covered. Not an overseer, not a grand guard. Someone from out of town, I think. Someone good. All our troubles, and now some masked stranger from across the waters. Spread the word. Howlers should be stiff for this one.
In case you're wondering, Paolo's not one of those unhinged cultists who believe I will grant them favors if they leave a big enough offering or play just the right musical notes. He doesn't care a fig for me. But He put up this shrine because he found the hand of an old witch I knew once. And Paolo saw right away that it pays to have an edge. Sometimes, pieces of us linger long after we're gone. The Duke of Serkonos inherited a vibrant city and wasted no time stripping it to the bone. What will he leave behind? And what about you? Who will you leave to pick up the pieces here in the Jewel of the South?
Everyone I can? Unless they kill each other, which they do constantly.
Vera More. I remember that name.
Yes. How many rooms do I have? 4. It's time for Shadow Walk. Yeah. Red shadows. I'll probably want the run of the rats. That's what I want. Bone charm. What's on that one? It doesn't show that they're hostile. I might stop when if I jump down there though. Oh, okay. Well, I just want that bone charm. Oh, damn it. Alright, they didn't notice. I don't know why I try picking up crossbow bolts when I'm not even using crossbow bolts. Are you alone? Oh wait, this is a perfect. Okay, hold on. It's a perfect time to use my shadow walk. Anyone's gonna come in here. Just put him right here. I mean, I could put him in the bathroom, but I'm sure he's fine where he is. Like I was never here. It's a songbook. Durante's room. Bernard, Durante got himself nicked by the Abbey boys, which means that they've got his office key, and it means he might have told them how to open the Jindosh lock. I need you to find a way to open Durante's door, and no, burning the building to the ground is not an option. I also want you to start dropping off food for old Stilton until we find someone to replace Durante. Once you manage to get his office open, you'll find all the details inside. Be very careful when you go into Stilton's manor. If the overseers do have the code for the Jindosh lock, they might want to have a peek inside too.
March down the road to Stilton's old mine, just like their elders when the wages were fine. But Stilton's long gone, and so is
What if there's... Oh, shit! Oh, no, I left him out in the open.
Looking for a fight?
No! I'm not.
Me in the eye. I'ma cut you into pieces. I'll cut you in half. I bet you've been living a soft life.
You shouldn't have wandered outside.
Keep that nice scarf for you.
Damn it! I was holding the. I was holding the block. Why would he walk up there and then look at me? Why wouldn't you go the other way where there's things? That is a walking path I do not understand at all. Well, I know I need to move this guy now. If Paolo's going to the bathroom, I'm going to be very upset. In fact, now I may as well just do the double whammy. Paolo is not allowed to go to the bathroom. It's occupied. Alright, get that in my book. Get that in my book. Coin. Like, why would he look this way? There's nothing here. Unless he like saw me initially. I was checking it out or something. A lot of people here. I was kind of hoping there might be like a way in from down here. Let's say no. Why do they keep randomly stopping? It's really weird. Should probably be looking through walls and stuff. Ooh. I totally would have missed that ore. Disarray spreads after Parliament fire. We've received devastating news out of Dunwall indicating the Parliament building there has been partially destroyed by fire. The swiftly spreading blaze resisted all attempts at extinguishing. Panic ensued as smoke and flames spread to outlying neighborhoods. Many deaths and injuries have been reported, dozens yet unaccounted for. Authorities have not ruled out arson, but the smoldering ruins are as yet unsafe and are a hindrance to investigations. Meanwhile, all Gristolian parliamentary activities have ceased, and most commercial routes are now closed, making it inadvisable to travel to Dunwall at this time. I probably have to go find Durante. Just get the key from him. forgetting that's just a legit closed window. The fuck is this?
Maybe I'll take a day, just walk along the water. Rest up a bit.
How did I not notice this door? What? Okay. This is how I miss most of the money in the in this game. Just miss entire rooms. I'm afraid to run, but I will walk. Can I get in from above somehow? Is it open? It's not open. Alright, I have to go through the door. I don't have the strength to just bust it open. I do have grenades, though. I don't know why the audio is being weird about their singing.
What was that explosion?
Okay, I didn't mean to break that. I didn't mean to break that. Can I break some of those then? Is one of these actually open? Don't look everywhere. Wasting your time.
Look everywhere. This one's sneaky.
So sneaky. I'm so sneaky. I am the sneakiest.
Stay sharp.
Alright, I'm gonna have to come back to this, I guess. Ooh, there's stairs down. Oh, I can't, like...
Shit. I bet this one's
Sadistic crown.
You saw nothing?
I don't want to die.
What's going on here?
Lost her.
Too late.
Hey!
Hello?
I bet you've been living us. She won't go anywhere.
Come back here.
Here, with me.
Come on. Think you
You
little
shouldn't
shit
have wandered
hiding
outside
your face?
without bodyguards.
Finish her. I'll cut you in there.
Don't kill him. Don't kill
This
him.
won't take long.
I'll crush you, you.
I am a professional. Interesting.
Don't you know who's looking for you?
Go on. Walk inside.
What?
Sweet. Old Widow's recipes. Think about bone charms. I feel like I've read just basic bone charms before. Speaking of which, I'm full on sleep darts, really?
this the void? Are you the cursed outsider?
I mean, I could be. Do you want me to be? I'll be whatever you want me to be. He's too tired. Is there no other way in here? Slash out of here? Oh, I see. Oh, he's not gonna be up by that door for the rest of the time. I guess there's.
I'm gonna be the first to show him what's what.
Uh-huh. Sure you are.
Think I've spotted someone suspicious.
What? Wait.
Hey, you! Over here!
I think give us one chance.
What is this? Red cloud shit?
Cut you into pieces.
Moving in slow-mo. Stun mine, go! Alright. That took a lot of health files, but I did it. Loot. God, Domino is so good. We're in the money. There's probably a black market somewhere around here. It's gotta be, right? Alright, so it's just a bone charm in Durante's room. I assume all of that is Overseer territory. That one's pretty close, though. Probably just a civilian, but I ain't putting anything to chance. Enjoy your corner. I'd rather go this way, I think. Neutral. Nice. Sometimes I wish I could turn off the dark vision effect, because I'm just playing the game in sepia tone. Hello.
Oh, hello. At first I thought you were one of Paolo's gang. but you don't look so bad up close.
Thank you?
Somehow, being so close to the Howlers has kept me safe so far. They like me because I pay up every month. All they care about is the money. Nice.
Yeah, that was a very backhanded compliment. You look real good up close. Like, I also don't know how that... I don't know. It's a remark that bears overthinking. Like, what does that mean? How do you look worse from far away? Oh. Didn't understand.
Years ago, the mines were a good job. Stilton made sure of it. No one got fired for being injured.
Yeah, so they say. The mining office handled things like that. The family committee made sure that the boss...
Oh, that bone charm is probably like where the black market is.
Everything worked as long as one side didn't win out over the other. And that's exactly what Stilton does.
Miners handbook.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Want to buy one?
The Abbey, the Howlers, what's the difference?
Not much, honestly. Oh, okay, this is just right here. I haven't noticed the black market, like, symbol yet. Bosses beware, when we re-screwed, we multiplied. Okay. I mean, that kind of looks like it could be a black market right there. That's hostile. Oh.
Playing dice tonight.
How about sharing some of the Imperial currency? Thank you, friend. If you're brave and you're looking to make some money, there's a back door to the Crow's Hand Saloon leading to the basement.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. Thank you, though.
Hollow and burn. Make you take care of business.
What do you think you're doing?
Get your ass out of here if you know what's good for you.
What if I didn't, though? And I get my sleep dart back.
This little war is scaring off customers.
Yeah. And there's something causing them to drop like flies.
Some wise ass has been robbing black market shops. Hope we find out who.
Ooh, I can rob you?
It ain't never safe for the likes of me.
I better look at upgrades and stuff first.
Last
I have a
time
lot.
I serve all sides. This is what I have for upgrading your equipment.
Pierce. That's gonna be regular bolts, though.
No whale meat this week either.
I'm guessing.
At this rate.
Using the spyglass crossbow has perfect aim even when you chain shots. Improved damage. I mean, I don't need to improve damage. So bolts is... Oh yeah, I don't want stinging bolts. Howling bolts though, sure.
Look at your business.
God, do all
This little war
wolfhounds?
scares off buyers. Who's worse? Overseer zealots or cutthroat howlers?
I feel like the witches are
Take that deal.
worse. We'll go with long range.
You won't regret it.
Okay, pistol, I'm not using it. Spring razor, no. Bullet, no.
Only I
Got
got
that.
some dust, I'd be rich.
It's just, I don't want streaky grenades. care about the spring razor. I got all the upgrades I want. So I don't even really need to look for more money. Like, I don't even have to steal from this shop, but I can. If I wanted to. I may as well. And I'm gonna find more.
I shouldn't deal with strangers.
You're a shop. How do you not deal with strangers in a shop? That's a weird comment. Blocked? Well, that's no good.
What can you do to keep the dust out?
You bastard!
See,
What are
I
you
told
covering your
you.
face for?
You have there.
Keep the dust out?
Covering your face.
Mystery woman leave conservatory. Residents living near the Royal Conservatory report strange tidings, friends. As regular readers know, curator Brianna Ashworth shuttered the conservatory some time ago, and at nearly the same time, the Duke tripled security outside. Why would a museum sit closed? To save funding? I don't buy it. What costs are incurred by maintaining rooms full of old bones? Now, something stranger still. No one has seen Brianna Ashworth in days, but a steady trickle of women have been seen leaving the Royal Conservatory at odd hours. Some were seen heading for the docks near the canal, assumably on their way north. To Dunwall, perhaps? Is there a connection between these strange women and our new Empress, Delilah? Are they somehow related to the missing women we've reported over the last 3 years, from families complaining of wandering daughters, some of whom suffered from dissolution of the spirits so severe as to require daily bloodletting? We will reveal more as we continue to investigate.
Mama needs a win.
Oh, hey, there's this symbol. Alright, that's where Overseer starts.
Another dust storm.
Yup.
Don't mess with the Abbey. Stay in the neutral territory. Defend yourself! Come at me!
Then my last coin is gonna be brine. A body!
Huh?
Here?
What?
Oh god, they're just gonna be all... They're just gonna keep finding them over and over. Just put him in this corner. Okay. Wait, there's still a bone? Hold on. Is that just in the back of the black market shop?
I heard the Howlers have taken a robbing honest.
Totally is.
I'd never have.
Why don't you just sell the bone charm? I have to break in there at some point to get that bone charm.
Who's there?
No one?
Begging won't change anything. You stand accused of actions forbidden by the teachings of the Abbey of the Everyman. For even given that each crime was witnessed or later verified by sworn and faithful overseers in good standing, no trial is required. For theft of
He's probably fine just right here.
leader of the Abbey in his duties.
They'll probably see him if anyone walks down here, but...
For the keeping of articles of a heretical and fetishistic nature. For consuming the flesh of rats. Death.
I faced worse than you, Abbey boys.
Silence, apostate!
I don't eat rats.
A shepherd must cull his flock.
That makes them feel better about me.
Pay for their crimes in this world. The Vice Overseer hasn't shared his plans with me. He's upstairs now, so I assume we'll learn something before long.
I'd wager it'll all be over soon. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to deal with a mob of ruffians.
Surprised indeed. Oh, god damn it.
You're not supposed to be here! Let's see what you got! Die, creature of the void! For the Abbey! I'll cure the world from the likes of you. Nice, he's bleeding!
My timing sucks!
I'll perform
Right.
rites over your corpse, blasphemer! Accept your fate, miscreant!
Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna kill. Oh no. Stop killing each other!
I'll feed you to the hounds. I'll stand.
Why do they always kill each other? In case you hadn't noticed, I'm trying not to kill anyone. Game.
More wind, more dust.
Maybe I should go a more covert way. Well, I've been spotted. What? Let me out.
For a beer later?
There we go.
Hello?
Please stop!
Huh? Where did you disappear to? What's going on here? By the strictures.
Oh, god damn it.
By the strictures. Isn't she the woman on the poster?
Anybody? Don't make me search the whole place.
You're not supposed to be here. Step back!
Oh, fuck.
You can't go anywhere, you corpse blasphemer! Time to execute the blasphemer!
Stop throwing grenades!
Grenade! I'll cure the world from the likes of you. Except you're going to pay for his death. Somebody's down.
I'm going to pay for you throwing grenades on yourselves?
Careful, brother.
How many people just died? What? Did I just grab a leg? What are you even shooting at?
One of us is down.
Why?
Come at me then. The strictures guide my hand. Die, creature of the void!
Okay, 1, 2. Oh, okay, 3. Okay, that was only 3. Only 3 deaths. I can handle that. I'm sure that's still a low chaos rating. And I don't really have to sneak. So that's nice. What? How did you die? Was she one of these? One of the executions? Probably. over here. Over here. Ooh. And this is just the outpost itself. Ooh. Wait, this is the black market, isn't it? Dang. Deep down, Oh. Deep down, I knew I wouldn't be able to just jump through that window, but I still wanted to. Doors or anything up there.
The Vice Overseer hasn't shared his plans with me. He's upstairs now, so I assume we'll learn something before long.
I'd wager it'll all be over soon. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to deal with a
Is that linked to the dog or no?
You know what the strictures say about wagering, brother?
It's not linked to the dog. What? Oh. That's the front door.
He's just unconscious.
My phone went off. I had to check. Pointless notification. I should just block the fucking app. I'm an app on your phone and I'm needy. Pay attention to me.
I'll find you know. Nothing here.
Hey,
Hi.
you! This area's off limits.
Shame on you! Grenade!
Can you not?
You're so dead.
Accept your
I know an agent of the outsider when I see one.
I didn't know there was two there with a gun. Maybe I should upgrade my vitality.
Hey, you're not supposed to be here. End of the road for you. I know an agent of the outsider when I see one. You're going to pay for his death.
I'll cure the world from the likes of you.
I smell heresy on you.
What? How are you dead? How? You are hit with a sleep dart. I'm starting to think it's legitimately bugged. Like, everyone at Domino Sleep Dart is dying. Alright, let's just get these, like, out of immediate sight. So I don't accidentally get spotted over and over and over and over again. There's gonna be a lot of deaths at the end of this. I'm gonna be very sad. Whatever. I'm alive, so. Ooh. Ooh. Moving over there. Okay. The ancient music. DTNA was a man called Durante. He admitted entering the home of Aramis Stilton on occasion, but died before revealing how he came in possession of the Jindosh lock combination. DTNE is of no further use to us. His possessions have been passed on to Vice Overseer Byrne for inspection upstairs in his office. Brother Tennis has disposed of the detainee's body. Who was grunting then? Who's going to, Come on. Sneaky me. I'm a sneaky me. Oh, that was downstairs. On the other side of the wall. Excellent. Contraband. I've acquired more forbidden articles from the street people nearby. Need to lock it away in the confiscation room. When Overseer Stelos awakens from his rest, have him bring me the key. Litany I don't care about. Coins. Runes. Let's grab the rat thing. I've seen that on occasion. Every man's face. I am not in the mood for lore books at the moment. Which is unfortunate. I say, oh, I can read them in the journal at any point. I never do. If I didn't read it upon discovery, I'll never read it.
Better this than a day or two of agony.
Close to my heart. May there be no discord in my spirit.
the Overseer. Works for me.
Curse those harlot bastards and the
I mean-
Black Soul boss.
Now I avoided knocking out Paolo. Can I avoid knocking out...
Will topple soon.
What's his face?
The sisters of the oracular aura have seen it, and I feel it in my bones. So this stalemate with the Howlers must be resolved. If we eliminate Paolo, there's no end to the influence we'll exert over Karnaca.
I'm out of sleep darts.
For all of Serkonos.
Dozen overseers have died trying to bring Paolo down. We've struck him fatal injuries, and somehow he comes back the next day to fight again. Whatever witchcraft he has, even the ancient music is ineffective.
I believe Paolo is in possession of some unclean artifact. It's my fear that he has to be killed twice in one day.
And the Duke won't help?
The Duke is no friend of ours. He exiled me from the Grand Palace, and he's done everything possible to push the Abbey of the Everyman out of Serkonos.
I can grab things.
The look on his face when he dismissed me from court.
I don't want to accidentally jump down myself, though.
I've lived in palaces for too long.
Like, how do I know it's gonna grab a thing as opposed to, like, me jumping? Oh, I see. Oh, he's gonna see the body. Oh, I can fling people. Oh my god, I've had this ability for so long.
What's the matter with you?
That was that. Something's off.
I hope he's not dead.
Children for this. Where are you hiding? What?
That was the perfect thing.
Defend yourself.
What? How do you know I'm up here? Oh. Well, I have to knock you out now. I've had this ability for so long. I forgot I can fling people. Oh, he dead. I guess I gotta be super careful with it. The Howler detainee downstairs gave us key details pertaining to just criminal associates. And it's the same app again. What the fuck? I just swiped you away like 5 minutes ago. Pertaining to his criminal associates and their heretical leader. Paolo. Debauchery at all hours and acts of certain witchcraft, the likes of which even our sacred music cannot dispel. Paolo was every bit as vile and corrupt as we suspected. With his dying breath, the detainee revealed that the Duke himself has Paolo sending food into the barred and shuttered home of Aramis Stilton. The place is kept secure by the so-called Jindosh lock. No doubt the Duke obtained the lock combination from Jindosh, and Paolo passed it on to the detainee. The weave of corruption is endless. Got his key. Got me a bone chip. Hello? You didn't even say anything. You just like silently stood there. Like a good assassin. That's a shame. It's a shame I'm basically invincible when I'm standing like this. Black market. I think that's Durate's room. That one I just haven't seen yet. Oh, I haven't even looked at what they do. I should probably look at what they do. Ring razors. Killing blood flies or rats restores health. Not bad. Exploding bottles are bigger. Killing blood flies or rats restores mana. Far-reaching blink, consume no mana if used within... Oh yeah, that's assassination. White wolf hounds fight on your side. Speed is increased, walking and running, you take more damage. I mean, I could break down some of these and like add like the health and mana ones. I might do that. I'm gonna break down bitter blood. Sacrifice bitter blood. Blood sacrifice and spiritual sacrifice. And make those all together. Sweet. Then equip it. Man, I'm like, oh, crafting, that sounds cool. I never bother investing in it. Like, I effectively have what? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 like regular charms and then 4 like fancy ones, effectively. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 17 effects on me instead of just 10. That's so good. So good. I don't want to pick. I just want to have them all. I'm going through here like I should loot it, but I actually don't need money anymore. Like, I just straight up don't. Ashworth reported missing. A statement from the Grand Palace. Authorities have announced that an investigation is underway related to the disappearance of Brianna Ashworth, curator of the Royal Conservatory. Insiders say that the conservatory is currently unmanaged and that the building itself is in a worrying state of disarray. One can only speculate about what recently happened there and about the whereabouts of the curator. Ashworth's disappearance is a tremendous loss for the institution. She's said in connoisseur circles to have a keen eye for unusual works of art and rare pieces of historical engineering. She is also well regarded as a taxidermist, enabling the citizens of Karnaca to behold rare wonders of nature from up close. It sounded like there was someone over here.
Am I being presumptuous? Hoping to cross paths with that monstrous assassin?
Probably are being presumptuous. I don't need the money. Don't need the money. Am I to be blamed for this person's death because I did not do it on purpose? You more likely died to an ally attacking me. For a second I thought this was against me and I was like, oh no, I've killed too many.
I wonder how the High Overseer is faring against Delilah back in Dunwall.
Okay. Right, that bone charm. Yeah, it's just in that building. more dust. Just waiting for that regen.
What? Where do those rats come from?
Where indeed. Resounding shriek, huh? What do you do? Howling bolts are louder. Okay. Diamante, artist, draws advertisements and portraits for the newspapers. Lives near the dockyard, spotted him when he lost his shirt in a game of dice at the crone's hand. Seems to have interesting ink on his back. Really want to check it out. Madab definitely has some very unusual tattoos. I might have to see him again once or twice. Take time to make a good sketch. He's cute, so that part will be easy, but I need to be careful. I think we were followed. Probably one of those limp dicks from the Abbey. Shit, they got him. I feel like keeping a journal, that kind of thing, is bad. Never put anything in writing. Or always do, I don't know. Ah, Mindy, I've seen you fight 3 at once with only the haft of a broken shovel, but it's not your mean streak that I'm obsessed with. I want to bury my fingers in your hair. I'm done reading this. I don't want to read a love letter to Mindy. Wasn't she the witch from the first mission? Oh, why I'm sneaking. Thought I saw some dark bread. Where am I? What is this? Mindy Blanchard's diary notes on magical marks. It's festering now, and the healer says I need to keep the poultice on for another day at least. He wanted to put a phlegm on me, but I took out my blade, and that changed his mind, but it's not all a loss. Because now I know it ain't how deep you cut the tattoos. Deeper just makes them ooze pus. Ain't nothing magical in that. Finally come to realize it ain't enough to just have a tattoo. A tattoo is nothing but a pretty picture on your skin, that's all. So I've been studying these marks on Paolo's talisman. I don't know where I got that old dried up corpse hand. He never talks to me about it directly, but something goes down. He takes a bullet in the head, a blade in the gut, whatever, and then he's back in his little secret room right next to his office, like nothing ever happened. Maybe someday I'll just drink a little more than usual and ask him straight up. Anyway, it's something out of this world. I can tell just by looking at it. I got a funny feeling close up. Wish I could look close at the marks on his... look close at the marks on it. I bet there's some special herbs or something in the ink. Or maybe not herbs, something more. Mayhap whale's brain or crushed bloodfly wings. Or something brought up from the mines, crushed into powders. Whale blood in the ink's not right. I'm feeling terribly off. Head pounding worse than since I was little, and that other boy hit me between the brows with a brick just before I threw him off the water tower, and the tattoo ain't setting proper like.
There's more to Paolo than meets the eye.
Mayhaps. Yo, I like this. I like that one too. Yo, I like this one. This would be a really good, like, full arm tattoo. It's with the 4. Left arm, right arm. If I was ever to get a tattoo, I would spend so much time, first of all, deciding what I want, and then second of all, finding a reputable tattoo artist that would like do it really well. Hello. I don't recall this part of the street, but it's neutral.
What's going on?
Nothing? The fuck just happened?
This won't take long.
Think you look tough?
Ow.
Hiding your face? I'll keep
Bet
no,
you've been
running.
living a soft life.
Let her go.
Don't kill her.
I'll cut you.
There must be a way to make that knockout go a little faster, because it's just... There are a lot of dead bodies. There's easily like 15 dead bodies at this point. Oh yeah, this door. Okay. I was like, I don't recognize this street. Why are they attacking me? There's gonna be so many dead bodies. At least I know it's basically clear except for Paolo. And he's still just... Is he still just at the door? Oh, that's the office. Is he just at the door? I should probably actually, like, go in the building.
I'm getting tired of the sound of my own voice. It's like I'm talking to a stone wall for all
Hello?
Oh.
Over here!
Ah.
See what you got. You shouldn't have wandered outside without God. Finish her!
Oh, that's him right there, isn't it? That's Paolo, right?
I'll crush you, you parasite! Come back here!
All you do is heal me. Well. Oh yeah, I guess if they're both dealt with, you can't deliver one to the other.
Shit.
I thought that would break. I'm gonna save my health until I like really need it. Oh, there's a guy upstairs. I see.
That's the life.
Aching back. Hurts when I'm standing. Hurts to sit.
I slowly regen when I'm looking in sepia tone, so just continue the tradition. Code. Okay. Wait. Do I still have to figure out... I still have to figure out, like, what order they're in, dude. Or do I? Because Nancy's supposed to be on the very left. Whatever. Whatever, I can figure it out from here. Blast resistant. Ooh. Durante, it's underway. Your men will be released by the Shindore Mining Company as soon as we bring them a couple of replacements. You just need to drop 2 of the usual drinks into the crates are prepared. Anyone reasonably healthy will do, but go easy on the drug and the deal is off if they arrive dead. Take this key. It opens the back room and my Silvergraph studio. Whoever you nab, drop them into the crates and nail them shut. When you've done your part, leave the shop door unlocked on your way out. Needless to say, I won't be there. I don't know what that's about. Alright, let's get out of here.
No use taking at me.
someone's here. No one's here.
Hey, you! Come here!
Bye. Oh, that's Paolo again. You still see me? He'll lose me. It's fine. I forgot how slow the regen is. I guess it prevents it from being super OP. Why is this blah? Oh. Fine. How did I get in here? With a window, right? Oh, what's this? I see, I see. Alright, now is a good time for a hard save because I have not done that yet. And it's also a good time to take a quick break, stretch my back, and whatnot. I shouldn't die standing here, so I'll be right back. Okay. So, I'm assuming I can't just like immediately. I mean, that's handy. I'm gonna put it in the order that it says. Pinch. The tin. If this works, I'm gonna be legitimately upset. Okay. It specifically says...
The information was correct.
It specifically says Nancio sits on the very left. Hold on. Fuck off. Madame Nancio was at the far left. How does it... What? That's some hot garbage bullshit right there. Hold up. Hold up. Google. Dishonored to Stilton door. I mean, there's the wiki. It is Stilton, right? Yeah, Aramis, Stilton, door, riddle. Okay, Jindosh. Okay, solving the Jindosh riddle. This is Steam. The information to complete this logic puzzle is given in the form of a story problem that contains 6 different elements: person, scene, position, drink, outfit color, heirloom, country of origin. The story is different for each player as announced or rearranged randomly each game. Wow. You can solve it in 2 ways. Make a logic table and painstakingly work through the data to derive the conclusion to figure out the solution pattern. Jump to option 2. To solve the puzzle, do the following. Read through the story and write down the names of the 5 individuals in the order they appear in the story. Read through the story again, write down the 5 heirlooms in the order that they appear. Highlight the section below to reveal the proper combination using the lists you just created. So for your welcome. That's some hot garbage bullshit. In the example they give here, Finch is sitting at the far left, and the solution has Finch on the far left. And yet my solution doesn't line up with my riddle. Unless the order from left to right doesn't matter. You just have to match names with artifacts. That is so bullshit. Wait, hold on. Write down the names in the order they appear. Read through the story again. Write down the 5 items in the they appear. Highlight the section below. Reveal the proper combination using the lists just created. Two, 4, 5, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 3. What? Hold. What? I almost don't understand the explanation. Of course, I should probably like. I'm not gonna ponder this anymore. Let us away. Unless I'm gonna like show the solution on stream, which I don't feel like setting up, even though. 9. Okay, that's not as many as I would have thought. Still low chaos. Absolutely no stealth whatsoever. I still feel like I don't get that. 40 detections? I don't know. I got a good chunk of the money without even... Wait. How did I miss 4 bone charms? Oh, I never went back to the black market. I mean, there's only 1 there, though. How did I miss 4 bone charms? What? There's only 1 left on the heart. What?
Time is an odd thing. Growing up, I was excited about what the years might hold, about the places I'd visit. I recall childhood moments with my mother on her throne and my father, a figure of mystery. I remember the rat plague, Mother's passing, and all that happened at the Hound Pits pub. Now this. I just want to put an end to Delilah's reign and get my father back. This house holds her secrets. Delilah pulled herself up from tragedy, grabbing the Empire and changing it to her liking. With Duke Luca Abel, she transformed a coddled dilettante into a schemer who helped her take my throne. She's made herself immortal, and even my father's sword couldn't end her life. I'm going to undo all she's done. And next time, I'll hold on to the things I cherish, just a bit tighter. That's strange. I feel drained by this place.
Fascinating. I've decided to call it here on this game for now. Missing the bone charms. It's like, what the fuck? Where were they? So, I'm probably gonna call the stream too. I was just gonna do some daily, like, Final Fantasy stuff. I am feeling kind of drained myself. So I'm gonna stop the stream here. So, if you enjoyed your time here, feel free to follow if you've not done so already. But until next time, thanks for hanging out.